Sophia, can I ask you a favor? A favor? At the lunch meeting today, Sophia, you said you had a luxury car. Oh yeah, we talked about that. I thought you said it was a Porsche. Yes, that's true. So, what favor? I've always wanted to drive a Porsche. But you don't drive much, do you, Emma? Not really, but a luxury car is kind of exciting, isn't it? Driving around in a luxury car. I feel like a celebrity. So, when you're not using the car, I'd like to borrow your Porsche. Would that be okay? I'm afraid I can't lend you my car. Why not? I'm not asking you to give it to me. I don't want it to get scratched. I don't want anyone else to drive that car either. I've never let anyone but my husband drive it. Let's work on that. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can. But why? Sophia, you hardly use the car on weekdays, right? I think you said you take the train to work. So what? If it's a weekday, you probably don't have to use it. So why not lend it to me? I don't think so. It's a valuable car. I don't want it scratched or anything. I saved up a lot of money to buy this car. Well, a Porsche. Not many people can afford a Porsche. You work hard. Hey, career woman. I'm not going to lend you a Porsche even if it's a compliment. And Emma, I remember that you once said you drove your car into a guardrail and wrecked it. Come to think of it, did that happen to me? Oh, the car was wrecked, but I was unharmed. Isn't that amazing? There's nothing amazing about it. I wouldn't lend my precious car to someone who's going to cause an accident. I'm sorry, but give up. Oh, come on, let me borrow it for a little bit. You really don't want to lend it to me? To be honest, I don't want to lend it to you, Emma. It's too late if something happens to it. And if you get hurt, I'll be responsible for it too. That's why I said, don't worry about it. It's a luxury car, so I'll drive safely. Even if it's a regular car, I'm just saying you should drive safely. Can I borrow your car, please? I thought I could borrow Sophia's car. I've already made travel plans. What? What are you doing? Because I really wanted to drive a Porsche. I've always dreamt of traveling around the sites in a Porsche. I'm sure everyone would pay attention. I'm looking forward to it. And anyway, I can't lend you my car. If you want to drive a Porsche, why don't you go to a luxury car rental store and try renting one? But it would cost too much money. I can't lend you my car no matter how many times you ask. Enough! This conversation is over. I heard that you and your husband are going on a vacation? Yeah, but what does that have to do with you? Don't talk cold to me like that. I'm just confirming your plans. What time are you leaving for your trip? I'm planning on leaving at 9 a.m. Oh, okay. By the way, what are you planning to travel with? You mean transportation? Yes. It's hard going around by car, so we're going to take the bullet train this time. Really? Why do you sound so happy? Don't mind me. When are you going on your trip? We're going for 3 days and 2 nights starting on the 3rd of next month. You're asking me so many details. Don't worry about it. I was just thinking that I'd like to take a trip too. I just thought I'd ask for reference. Asking what time are we going and how long we'll be gone, I don't think it's going to help you. It's okay. Now I can start planning my trip again. Yeah, by the way, you said that the other day you were planning a trip. I'm so looking forward to driving a luxury car. Huh? A luxury car? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Well, I'll call you later. Hello, Sophia? I owe you an apology. What? What happened? The blue luxury car crashed into a steel pole. I crashed it. I'm sorry. The front of the car is a mess. I don't have any money, so I can't afford the repairs. My car is white. What? It was parked in front of your house. Whose car are you driving? What? Isn't this Sophia's car? I drive a white Porsche. What kind of car is it, by the way? A Porsche, of course. Did it have a stuffed rabbit in the backseat of the car? Yeah. Do you know someone who has a car like that? If I'm not mistaken, I think it belongs to my sister and her husband. What? My sister and her husband like to drive around. They stop by my house whenever they can, and they drive a blue Porsche. I'm almost certain that car belongs to them. I thought it might be your car. Anyway, I'll call my sister. I knew the car belonged to my sister. My sister and her husband, they were so surprised to see the car was gone when they came back. But I didn't see anyone nearby who looked like your sister. I think she must have been in the house. She has a duplicate key. She had something she wanted to give us, so she went inside. You must have stolen her car while she was inside the house. She was going to go back to the car right away, so she left the door unlocked. So, that's what happened. Come to think of it, you had never actually seen my car. No, I haven't. But when I went to your house earlier, I didn't see a white Porsche. Well, on the days that I don't use my car, I park it in the shuttered garage at the back of the house. I'm afraid it might get stolen. Oh, that's what it is. I should have done my homework. That's not the point, is it? You said earlier you messed up the car, right? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. He's fine. We're okay. That's why we're on the phone like this. You mean you're with your husband? I thought your husband works on Saturdays. He is not my husband. He's my boyfriend. My husband will not be home from work until tomorrow, so it's a good thing he's not home. What? Does that mean you're cheating on him? I'm not cheating. I'm serious. Well, that's not important right now. My sister says she'll never forgive you, so be prepared. Prepared for what? You're not going to turn me into the police, are you? Of course she's going to turn you in. She knows who did it. She's going to file a police report now. What? A damage report? Of course. You stole someone's car without permission and caused an accident. But I didn't mean to cause the accident. Even if you say so, you have to take responsibility. You caused the accident, didn't you? You should call the police right away, right? I don't want to. If I call the police, it's gonna be a big deal, and my husband will find out that I'm having an affair. You brought this on yourself, right? Please, can you ask your sister to cut me some slack? Can't you ask her? What do you mean? Not to turn you into the police? Of course! If I get arrested, it'll ruin my life. It would affect everything, and my kids could get in trouble too. I feel sorry for your kids. Right? That's why you shouldn't report it. I feel really sorry for your kids that they have a mother like you. What do you mean? Taking an illicit trip in someone else's car? It's not normal, is it? That's why I'm sorry. I didn't think it was your sister's car. The way you said it, you thought if it was my car, you'd get away with it? Well, we're mom friends. I don't care for friends. I would have treated you the same way my sister would. I asked from another friend. I got your husband's contact information. I'll explain the situation. Wait a minute! Please, don't call my husband. He had nothing to do with this. It's his wife's fault, so he should be involved with it. Okay, we'll discuss the details later. Sophia, I have a favor to ask. Will you listen to me? What? I don't have any plans of contacting you again, Emma. Don't say that! I just need you to listen to me. I don't have time for you, Emma, so make it quick. My husband and I are getting a divorce. I know. He's told me all about it. It's all over the news among moms, too. Oh no! It's already gone viral? Well, I mean, after what he did to you, and where the accident happened was in the neighborhood. I heard some of your friends actually pass by. I didn't know that. So you're saying it's spreading around that I'm cheating on my husband? Of course. You're the stupid jerk who takes her affair in someone else's car. That's what they call you. You don't have to call me stupid. You're all a bunch of assholes. But they didn't say anything wrong, did they? And the affair was with a married man, right? That's right. And his wife is suing us for alimony. I'm in a lot of trouble. They're splitting up, too. But he said he doesn't want to marry me. Don't you think that's terrible? I'm sure he doesn't want to go into debt with you. Yeah, he said I'm on my own with the car, that I should do something about it myself. He had a Porsche too. He's the only one who can afford it. Don't you think that's terrible? Well, I mean, he is a human being, but I think Emma's just as much of an asshole as he is. I don't think you can blame him. That's terrible. I mean, we're mom friends. Have a little sympathy. I'm going through a divorce. I'm almost certain I'll end up in so much debt. It can't be helped. You brought all of this on yourself. There's no one to hate but yourself. Well then, I guess we have nothing more to talk about. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hey, wait! Don't try to end the conversation. You don't want to talk to me that badly? Definitely. I don't want to have anything to do with someone who's causing trouble to my family. That's terrible! If you say anything else, I'm gonna beat the shit out of your Porsche. I'll do it. Huh? Are you serious? Because you're not gonna help me. Why should I help you, Emma? I think you should apologize first. You weren't harmed in any way, right? I don't have to apologize to you, Sophia. From the looks of you, you're not sorry at all. Sorry? The fact is that I want you, Sophia, to apologize to me. What kind of nonsense are you talking? You know what? Now I'm getting angry too. I'm the one who wants to be angry. Sophia, just because you don't like me, you set me up, didn't you? You purposely made me target your sister's car to ruin my life. You've been planning this for a while, haven't you? And why would I do that? I mean, if I had something special against you, Emma, I don't even care about you. We weren't even close. I didn't care about you, to be frank. And the way you say it is kind of aggravating. It's as if I'm not taken seriously, as if I'm not good enough for you. We weren't even close enough to have dinner together. Even our kids don't have any near relationship. Well, yeah, but... You took the car of someone who you weren't even close with you in the beginning, and then, without even apologizing, you put the blame on me. That's beyond insane. I didn't call you to tell you this. This talk got out of the topic though. So, what did you want? About the fees and the repairs? I can't afford to pay that kind of money. Even if you say you can't pay for it, you stole the car and damaged it. You have to take responsibility. But your sister, she and her husband own a business together, right? Yes, but what does that have to do with anything? She must make a lot of money, right? Why go to the trouble of squeezing money out of poor people? That's not what this is about, is it? Even if my sister could afford it, that doesn't mean you don't have to pay. I'm divorced from my husband. My husband and the other man's wife, they're all asking for alimony. Even if I ask my parents for help, I don't think they can come up with nearly 10 million. So you'll have to borrow money. And my sister didn't ask for a lump sum payment. I think you'll have to work hard to pay for it. Even so, 10 million is a lot of money. How do you make that kind of money? I don't know. I'd say at least $1 million. At least $1 million to cover the fees and repairs. I'm sure I can come up with something like that. I think I can come up with that. You've got to be kidding me. You can't fix anything with $1 million. But your sister can afford a Porsche. She can afford a Porsche in no time, right? I looked into your sister's company. They seem to be very profitable. The car was a memory for my sister and her husband. When they started their own business and made it a success, it was the first luxury car they ever bought. So you're saying they had other cars? Yes, they actually do. But that Porsche was their favorite car. So why don't you just sell the other car and buy the same car? You are such a buzzkill. You're driving me crazy just talking to you. I'm just trying to make ends meet. If this continues, I'm not paying for anything. Tell your sister that. I will. Then let's take this to court. What? My sister said she felt sorry for you. She said we can split the fee and the repairs. But now she wants it all, in one lump sum. No. I really can't afford it all at once. So you're asking me to sell my guts? Well, we'll just have to scrape together the money somehow, won't we? You said something about taking the case to court. What do you mean? You're not going to take me to court, are you? If you don't want to pay us, she says she's going to trial without mercy. You may not have known this. My sister has a lawyer friend. In case anything happens, she can call that friend anytime. A lawyer friend? She's a very good lawyer. If they sue, I think you're going to lose. You're the only one who's at fault. Oh no! And if you lose in court, Emma's going to have to pay for the trial. Do you know what that means? That means more money? That's what it means. I'm glad to see that even you understand. I don't want to have to pay any more money. Right? Then I suggest you take responsibility and pay them back. My sister says they won't give you any more chances. No, please. Is there anything you can do about this? I think you should apologize first. Emma, you tried to drive around in my car, and even if it wasn't my car that you took, even if you didn't do me any harm, you still owe me an apology. I'm sorry. I didn't expect this. This whole thing was my fault, and I'm very sorry. If you feel even a little bad, that's a relief. From now on, don't ever do anything that might cause trouble for others. Of course, I understand. I'm very sorry for what I did this time. Well, now that I've heard your words of remorse, I'm really going to leave now. What? I thought you were going to help me. I don't think anyone said anything about helping you. You lied to me! You enjoy setting me up like that, don't you? From the look of you, I'd say you're not sorry. That's not what I meant! People like Emma need to see the pain. Well, I'm sure you'll have a tough time. I hope you'll be able to live strongly on your own. Wait a minute! Sophia? After this, Emma's line was blocked. The fee and the repairs that her sister and her husband demanded, somehow they managed to collect it all in one lump sum. She must have borrowed money somewhere. Abandoned by her family, Emma moved into a shabby apartment and spent her days paying off her debts. And her children hate her completely. She is not allowed to see her children. By the way, my sister's car? It took a long time, but the repairs were completed. It came back cleaner than before. My sister also said she will take more security measures than ever before. At any rate, my sister's precious car is back to normal. I feel relieved. Hey, Mia! You're supposed to take out the garbage on time. Oh, I'm sorry, Isabella, but I was on time, wasn't I? No excuses. Your garbage is the only thing that wasn't picked up. That means it wasn't taken out on time, right? Is that so? Why just my garbage? Well, because I moved your trash out of the dumpster. What? Why did you do that? It's not my fault then. It was your fault. My fault? It's your fault that you didn't see to it. It's your fault for not watching to see if the trash was taken properly. I left your garbage out in front of your house. What? What are you doing? It's insane to leave your garbage outside of pickup day. I'm just being a bossy mom and enforcing the rules. Isn't it disrespectful to those who follow the rules? That may be true, but it's your fault that the trash wasn't picked up. What? Are you trying to get in my face? I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Since when are you the boss mom? You're the one I didn't like before. Just because your husband is going to get ahead of my husband, you're getting carried away, aren't you? Who told you that? My husband told me. You're on a roll. I'm not. I'm just saying. We try not to talk about our business. That's the rule. I'm the boss mom, so I'm allowed to break a few rules. I don't get it. I have to pick up the trash in front of my house, and I have some cleaning to do, so if you'll excuse me. Hey, Isabella, everyone in the company housing is ignoring me. What? So what? What do you want to tell me about it? Well, I thought you might know something. Well, let me tell you something. I told everyone to ignore you. I knew it. Why would you do that? Why would I do that? Because you piss me off. I can't stand the idea that you're going to get ahead of my husband. I don't care what you say. It's not my fault. So, you're saying it's my husband's fault? Well, he's not the most efficient man in the world, but as long as I'm the boss mom, I can't stand the thought of anyone else surpassing me. I don't know why you're so angry. As long as we can all get along and live in peace, that's all that matters. No, you can't. It's like I can't live without mounting you. It feels so good to look down on people. You have a good personality. Don't give me compliments like that. I didn't mean it as a compliment. Anyway, please don't ignore me if you can help it. I miss you because no one says hello back. You don't have any friends. Oh, you poor thing. No, you did this to me. Anyway, please don't do it. I won't stop. Not just you. I'm gonna make them ignore your daughter Emily too. Oh, you're gonna hurt my daughter? Why wouldn't I? You offended the boss mama, and that's a felony. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you. I'll beat you to a pulp. Please don't do that. My daughter had nothing to do with this. Well, you don't have to be so angry. When they grow up, they'll ignore you or something. Think of it as a rehearsal. I'm not going to let you get away with that. If you do anything to my daughter, I won't forgive you. I don't know what you're getting at. Okay, I'm the boss and you're the bitch. As long as there's a difference between us, I won't allow you to disobey me. I won't allow you to disobey me at all. So you're the boss mom and I'm the slacker mom. No, that's not it. That's my line. I'll protect my daughter. I wonder how long you'll be able to keep up that kind of petulant talk. How's life, Mia, when you and your daughter are ignored? Are you enjoying it? Isabella, are you home? Yeah. What? What's the rush? Of course I'm upset. You didn't hear anything? I don't know what's going on? Why don't you just tell me? Your husband embezzled from the company. What? Embezzling? I heard it was as much as 2 million yen. I heard he didn't come to work today. What? My husband wore a suit to work today. If you just look at the situation, I think he ran away because he was about to be caught embezzling. Don't talk nonsense. Anyone but my husband wouldn't do such a thing. Why don't you try contacting him? I'm trying right now, but he can't be reached. He's not returning my calls. Isabella, this is totally a black and white thing. You've got to be kidding me. You're right. My husband's not the most efficient man in the world. But he's so bad at being on point that he's embezzling? What kind of nonsense is this? Think about how people feel. That's what I'm saying. Isabella, you've never considered my feelings. You've been ignoring my family. That's because it feels good to mount up. I'm glad you're being so refreshingly honest. But because you usually look down on people, that's why people don't feel sorry for you. That doesn't matter now. That's right. You should find your husband too. Why? What do you mean, why? That's what company housing associates do. Let me tell you something. I don't consider you a company housing associate, and neither do any of the other moms. Huh? I don't talk to them because they ignore me. I heard a couple of moms in the hallway talking about how you're so bossy and annoying. They said that? What moms? I'm gonna make them my next target. I'm sure that's not what you should worry about right now. If you don't find your husband, you're gonna have to pay 2 million in exchange. Is that so? I don't think you are legally responsible, but if he ran away, you could be asked to pay. Oh no! What do we do? Well, you're gonna have to find your husband somehow, and since it's come to this, you won't be able to live in company housing anymore. No way! My mountaintop area is... What do you mean, mountaintop area? Well, it's a family member of a criminal. The company won't let you live here any longer. It's highly unlikely that they'll let you stay here any longer. I don't know what to do. I didn't do anything. I don't know what's gotten into him. Well, it's not your fault for embezzling. You did some bad things, and this is how you're being punished. Is that right? Damnation! I just ignored you and your family, and now I have to leave. That's too much. Well, maybe too much, but your husband is missing. I don't think it can be helped. Oh, please, Mia. I don't care if you have to pay for company housing. If they ask for their money back, I want you to pay it with me. I don't want to. Don't be so quick to say no. Think about it. There's no reason for me to pay for it. I don't want you to stay in the company housing any longer. You can't say that. We've come this far together. We don't live together. We just live in the same building. Don't say it like that. Mia, you're getting a little bossy, aren't you? I mean, if you think about it, I don't think there's any reason to be nervous about Isabella in this situation. You've been harassing me for a while now. I'm going to take a big attitude too. I'll let you off the hook with that. If you can't pay me back, find my husband. I won't do that either. It's none of my business. How cold can you be, Mia? I'm asking you to do this. You know what? It's true that you're in this situation. I sympathize. If it were up to me, I could help you out a little. Wouldn't you? But you have done so much. You've done nothing but bother other moms. You've taken the trash out of my house and put it in front of my house. You make all the moms ignore me. That's because I wanted to mount up. Because of that nonsense, your reputation is ruined. So when you need help like this, no one will help you. Wait a minute! But don't you think you should help me with this? I mean, I didn't do anything. I could be paying a lot of money for something I didn't do. I could lose my house. I said I sympathize with you, but I'm not going to help you. If you want to hate me for what I've done. You heartless bastard! People are asking you for help and you won't give it? Are you still human? Is this a reverse cut? You're too proud to apologize. I understand. Then go and ruin yourself. Watch me! I'll find my husband for sure. I'll make him pay. I'll find some place for him to live. I'll come back and harass you again. Yeah. You can howl all you want. Well, that's just like Isabella. Don't get all high and mighty on me. I'll get even with you someday, I promise. Isabella's someday never came. In the end, her husband was never found. As a result of the trial, Isabella had to pay the embezzled 2 million yen. Isabella lost her house and had to pay back a lot of money. She lives in a shabby apartment and works day and night. She was supposed to be a bossy mother. but she had fallen down a peg or two. I never thought that she would have to live her life in one fell swoop. I feel sorry for her, as if she had to bear all the misfortune in her life. As for me, my husband has successfully got promoted. I was able to have a comfortable life, and the moms who were just taking orders from Isabella, after that, they started to treat me properly. No one ignores me, no one harasses me. I can live my life in peace.